you've probably been told your entire life as a guy, as a man, that you're supposed to not let your emotions guide you too much. You're kind of supposed to suppress your emotions, act on logic, things like that. Especially if you're in the business field, you know, if you listen to successful entrepreneurs like Alex Hormozi, people like that, they always talk about like your emotions are just like kind of coming and going. You shouldn't listen to them. You should just suppress them. And if you've taken that to heart, at least I know I did. I took that to heart a lot and really kind of took action on that advice and just kind of suppressed all of my emotions for a long time. And what I ended up doing, what I realized is that it really hurt me a lot. And it's probably doing to you as well to a certain extent, because what I realized is when you're suppressing your emotions, when you're constantly ignoring like the way that you feel, the way that you're feeling about different things, and you're just taking action based on a place of logic, obviously there's a good part to that. Obviously it's going to help you because you can't just constantly be like, if you don't feel like working, you can't just like not be working. But at the same time, what I realized for me, it really like made my life and my like overall kind of mood very, very like dull, very like kind of boring, very like interactions I went into, stuff that I did, people I spoke with, relationships, like everything just became very, very boring because I was just operating from a place of logic and like what's gonna make the most logical sense in this situation to do, instead of operating from a place of like looking at what I actually felt kind of compelled and what I actually like wanted to do if I listened to my own like real kind of what I was excited to do basically. I just ignored that and I just took action on the things that were like logical and made sense to do. And I think that kind of like, I've been reflecting on this for a long time, and I think this is like, obviously this is like good, there's good and bad parts to it, you know, like to a certain extent you need to have that. You can't just be operating from a place of just doing whatever you feel like doing all the time, or else you would probably just end up doing very like short-term satisfactory things and like not actually working on anything like long-term of substance. You just be doing like, I don't know, smoking weed or like meeting a bunch of women all the time, going out drinking, doing things like that, because it's like the short-term pleasure. So I can see that perspective to it, but at the same time, I believe that if you just go too much on the logic side of things and ignore your emotions, then that's gonna make your life, like I said, very boring, very dull. You're not gonna be able to actually find your true passions, I don't think either, because I think you actually find your own passions. I think you really like have a fulfilling life when you actually, to a certain extent, follow your own emotions, you follow your own kind of excitement and act on that. So this is something I learned from my mentor, and I think the way to implement this is by just like operating inside of kind of like a frame where you eliminate all those like things that you know are bad for you. You eliminate alcohol, you eliminate like partying and like doing stuff that you know is like generally bad for you, that's short-term pleasure. Eliminating that, and you operate inside of a frame where you know like these things that's inside this frame are actually good for me to do. And then you pick out of those things, like what do I feel the most excited to do? So to give an example, let's say you wake up in the morning and you have like inside this frame, it could be like creating content. It could be running your business or coaching people or creating ads or doing sales calls or whatever it is that's like something productive, something you can do that you know is going to be like beneficial for you to do. Write down, figure out a couple of those things, and then you wake up or you meditate or however you want to do it, and you just pick the thing that you feel the most excited to do based on obviously like an emotion of excitement, and letting that guide you, letting that emotion guide you. I think that's the way to, like I said, find your true passion, find the things that you're truly passionate about doing. And obviously that it might sound kind of contradictory to what you've probably heard from a lot of other people that you've been following online and stuff, and did from me. But by doing this, I've been able to just do stuff that I truly enjoy doing, you know. For example, creating these videos, I really enjoy making these videos, and when I wake up in the morning, like this kind of the thing that I'm most excited to do during my day. So it becomes easier for me to do, it becomes like play. And that's obviously, that's what you want ultimately, is that you want to make your work into play. So that's, I think, the easiest way to find that and find what you're really passionate about and find what you can actually make into that work that's going to be play, is by just following that motion of excitement within this frame that I mentioned, eliminating bad things. And that's really it for the video, guys. Pretty like kind of new concept. I'm still trying to like wrap my head around this. I haven't like understood it perfectly, but this is something I learned from my mentor. I've been implementing this in my own life and it's helped me a lot so far. So hope you kind of got some value from this. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you agree, disagree, whatever you think. And I'll see you guys tomorrow in the next video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. I'll see you. Ciao.